everybody, happy Tuesday, and welcome to day 12 of our class on the series that we're doing, 15 classes in 15 days and 15 minutes. And we're on day 12, and today we're talking about cooking with essential oils, which is definitely one of my favorite classes to teach and one of my favorite things to do. So I'm Diana Joy with Joyful Transformations. And as you know, if you've been following these classes, which are all posted on my Joyful Transformations page, we've been talking a lot this past almost 2 weeks about using essential oils for your therapeutic usage. That means as plant-based medicine for your body, to replace and remake your medicine cabinet, to support your body in health, as daily just daily maintenance for your health, as well as when you do have a health challenge that comes along. So I hope you've learned a lot about that. I absolutely love using all of our essential oils for all of our health needs as well. And then, of course, just for daily maintenance before anything even comes. So I like to be proactive with health. So today we're going to look at using essential oils in our cooking. I want to stress, first of all, I am talking about doTERRA essential oils. These oils are naturally, indigenously sourced all over the world. They are beyond organic. They are natural. They are safe. There's no danger in using these internally and taking them in with food. 95% of essential oils out there are adulterated. That means that there's chemicals, there's synthetics, there's fillers, and depending on how it's even sourced, you could have pesticides. So you really, really, really want to make sure that you're only using the best of the best oils. I can say hands down, it's doTERRA. They're a billion-dollar industry, debt-free. They're the leading essential oil company in the world, and there's a reason. Their oils are just amazing because they don't plant their own fields. They source them all over the world where they grow indigenously. So where it grows naturally, it's so much more potent. The therapeutic properties and compounds are just way beyond what other oils would be. Like if I planted something in my backyard, it's not going to have that same potency and effective therapeutic quality as it does where it grows indigenously. So that's why doTERRA, they're amazing oils. The bulk of their oils can be used internally. There are some, depending, like for instance, you wouldn't eat a tree. So all of their fur oils, you don't use those internally, but you can use them topically, you can diffuse them. And on a bottle, just in case you do have doTERRA, on a bottle of oils, if you look and you see where it says supplement facts, that means you can take it internally. Just like you'd have supplement facts on anything that you buy in a store, supplement facts means you can use it internally. And the bottle will also say that you can use topically, aromatic, or for dietary use, another way of saying internally. Okay? So, some of you may be asking, well, why essential oils? Because I use my herbs, and I like my herbs. So why? What's the difference between essential oils versus herbs? Well, first, essential oils are 50 to 70 times more potent than herbs. Another problem, at least I know I have with my herbs, is keeping them fresh, keeping them from going bad, and they go bad so quickly. So they've got a very, very short life, very short shelf life. Essential oils have, years you can have that bottle. So, and they don't last that long with me because I use them so much, but they're good. Even like 2 years down the road, they're still going to be just as good, pure, potent, and tasty as they are today. So that's why, and they're so much more potent, you don't need to use a lot either. So they, one bottle of essential oils goes a long way. So that's one of the reasons why, really the biggest reason why using essential oils in your cooking versus herbs is just a much easier and cost-effective thing to do. Essential oils, honestly, are pennies per dose. People think they're so expensive. If you have the good quality, which doTERRA is, you have to remember that there's 250 drops in this bottle, and one drop is a dose. So this is going to go a long, long way. So really, this is extremely cost effective, and the oils are just so amazing. So we already know that you can use oils topically, aromatically. You can diffuse, as you see behind me, and you can use them internally. So some ways that I've already mentioned, I love to use my oils. I take my citrus oils, my lemon, my wild orange, lemon and wild orange, and other ones, tangerine, lime. They're all so, so good. I'll add it to my water and I drink that through the day. And that's good because your body needs to stay hydrated. But then I'm getting the therapeutic benefits of these oils, and it's flavoring my water. It's just uplifting me because I love the smell of them. They're kind of happy oils. So there's so many therapeutic benefits to using your oils and flavoring water without the sugar. And if you really wanted a sweet drink, you could even add a drop or so to some carbonated water, just like sparkling water, and then a little bit of stevia if you want, just a natural thing. So you kind of make your own soda if you like soda. So there's just so many ways you can use that. Something I do almost every day, I use my peppermint oil, and I put a drop of peppermint oil in my morning coffee, and I put some organic coconut milk in there, and I blend it up, and I put a tablespoon of organic cocoa powder too, raw cacao. So I have my natural peppermint mocha. If you look at the ingredients on peppermint mocha creamer, they're nasty. You probably can't pronounce half of them. You don't know what they are. It's a natural peppermint mocha, and it's dairy-free. And that's something that I choose to be dairy-free. So that is something that I use my peppermint oil every day, and I love it. Peppermint is good for energy, and it's just so good. It tastes good. I love the flavor. It's good for pain. It's just good for so much. So we're going to look at some ways that I cook with essential oils. And what I'm going to do, because if you're wanting some of these recipes, I'm going to just post a picture underneath this video, and it will give you some of the recipes that I'm talking about today. Before I talk about recipes, and some other things that I just do consistently, I love guacamole. I love the healthy fats in the avocados. I will always add my lemon, lime, cilantro, and black pepper essential oils to my mashed up guacamole, mashed up avocado. I'll chop up some tomatoes and some red onions and season it with a little bit of sea salt. So, so amazing. But these oils are so potent. Let me give you a really important tip. When you have your oils, and you're going to say, well, I have a batch here, I'll put 1 drop. Depending on the oil, even 1 drop could be too much. So the best way I tell people to use their oils, have toothpicks, brand new clean toothpicks aside. Put 1 toothpick in the bottle of oil, and then stir your food with that toothpick. So the oil will get kind of in there, and then throw the toothpick out, and then taste it. And then you kind of keep doing that until you have just the right taste that you want. Now, I'm sorry for you cooks that need absolute measurements. This might frustrate you a little, but let your mouth kind of be your guide. Because I would rather you start small and use 3-4 toothpicks until you get, maybe it would have been a drop or 2, but you don't know that. It's better to go slow and build up than to add the drop and it's like, oh, that's just too much. It's overpowering the whole recipe. So that is an important rule of thumb when you are cooking with your essential oils, okay? So some things that you can do for this. I love making my own vinaigrette. And this I had, it's just about done. But like my recipe for this, I'll use organic apple cider vinegar, some Dijon mustard, some sea salt. You could use some ground pepper, or you could use a little bit of black pepper oil. I love to put my lemon and wild orange in my vinaigrette with with olive oil, and then you just put it in. You can see the remnants in there. I'll put some parsley in there, or even some cilantro. It totally depends on the flavor that I want. And I just love making, and you can make different vinaigrettes. You can put lime in there if you're doing more of a Mexican dish. And then I just keep it in there and shake it up and use it. And then I'll probably make another batch tonight because I'm running low. So I love making vinaigrettes, and I'm going to post a simple vinaigrette recipe. Now the recipe calls for lemon oil, but let me tell you, you don't have to use lemon. You can use lime. You can use wild orange. You can substitute some of your other oils, other citrus oils for it, for whatever flavor you want. So have fun with it. Something else that I love doing with my essential oils is making oil blends. If you go to a fancy restaurant, sometimes you'll see they'll put a crusty bread basket in front of you with a little dish of olive oil, and there's different seasonings in it. I like to make my own. Now, I don't dip the crusty bread in it, but you can dip vegetables in it. You can dip whatever you want in it. So what you do with that, very simply, I take my organic olive oil, and again, whatever kind of flavor oils you like. Some of my favorites to add to the olive oil, is lemon oil, wild orange oil, and oregano. Oregano is very, very potent. And remember, this is my natural antibiotic, fantastic for therapeutic properties. But just imagine the smell of those oils and the oregano. Mix it up with your olive oil. You can put in some salt with that. Stir it up. If you want it to look with the seasonings, you can put some fresh basil or some dried basil or parsley or dried Italian seasoning. And then you do that and serve that with your fresh crusty bread or some different assorted crudites. Very, very good little appetizer or side dish to go with your meal. Something else you can do if you're making, you like the Asian flavor, you can make an Asian fusion salt. You just take some salt and you can add in lemongrass oil, basil oil, and ginger. Oh, this ginger just has such a powerful flavor. Put those together, and then you can just stir it all up, and the salt will kind of absorb the oils. You can make your own flavored salts. There's just Google some recipes, flavored salts, flavored sea salt. See what you come up with, and then try. You know what you like. You know what your family likes. Make what you like. You can use that, keep it in a shaker jar, use that for your sautés, for your stir fries, for soups, or just for really any general seasoning. I'm going to give you also a seasonings, a salt thing with a lot more oils in there that, again, you can take 2 tablespoons and add in a bunch of oils. Really, really good. So remember I said for water, I add my citrus oils. You can also really put peppermint oil in water. That will be a soothing and cooling and refreshing flavor, especially if you like mint. Add a little bit of that to your iced tea if you like a mint tea. The Slim and Sassy is your metabolic blend. This is great for metabolic support, especially if you have any challenges with your metabolism. It tastes great. It's a wonderful blend of different oils. I like to add this to smoothies that I make. Or you can just add it to your water, drink it through the day. It's so very tasty. I also love to add my On Guard to water, and I'll drink that too, especially if I feel like I need some extra support. I'm always diffusing, and you can use it topically. This also, On Guard, tastes fantastic in pumpkin spice coffee. 'Tis the season. It's still fall. Pumpkin spice is still out there. Peppermint mocha is probably more popular, but I like adding a drop of this to my pumpkin spice coffee with some organic coconut milk and blend that up. It's really tasty. So yeah, extra immune boost, add your On Guard. And you can add some digestion oil. If you have any kind of stomach discomfort, you can, of course, massage it topically, but you can just drink that right in. So there are so many things you can use your oils for every day to use them internally, whether it's in your drinks or in your food. I love to make a chicken pesto bake that is just so wonderful. And I'll garnish it so it looks pretty with cilantro, with fresh cilantro, but I love to use my basil oil and black pepper oil and maybe even some lemon oil. Again, go with the flavors that you like and just have fun and experiment. But remember that tip about using a toothpick instead of just taking your bottle. And also, when you're using your oils, don't do this because you don't know how many drops you're getting out. Remember, 1 drop is a dose. So all you have to do is just tip it over and you'll see the drop come out. So all you need is 1 drop. But when you're cooking, you're going to want to use that toothpick. Dip it in and then use a toothpick to stir it so that you're not overpowering your food with too much of your oil. And just keep doing it with a fresh toothpick however long you need until you get the flavor that you like. So I'm going to post some of the recipes that I talked about today and ideas. I hope you found this helpful and enjoyable. And if you use your essential oils for cooking and you have great recipes, please share them with us because we would all love to benefit from what everyone else does as well. I'm always looking for good ideas. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow when we talk about essential oils for sleep. Have a good night, everybody.